So I teach leadership both at Harvard and here with Timoney, and I'm teaching leadership to the execs and the Timoney Leadership Program. But the most important method we're using is the case method. We're doing 2 cases with the executives here, and in both cases we're taking a real leader who faced a key moment in their career, a key decision that was important for themselves or for their company, and having the executives work their way through the problem and understand it and try and come to their own solution, which might or might not be the same as the one that the person that they're studying did. So in the case we did last night, we looked at Cynthia Carroll, the CEO of Anglo American, the 3rd largest mining company in the world, and how she dealt with fatal accidents in the Rustenburg Platinum Mine, the largest platinum mine in the world, which employs about 30,000 people in Rustenburg, South Africa, where in the span of about 4 months, they'd had 5 fatal mining accidents. And she discovered that in this company, which she had just recently joined and become the CEO of, there were 44 people a year dying on average in mining accidents. And so she had to decide, what would she do about this? That was this a problem that the company needed to deal with immediately, or should it just accept this as part of the cost of doing business in the developing world? And if she did decide that this was their priority, how should she go about fixing the problem? What really was the cause of these accidents, and how should she change it? And so in using the case method, what we were able to do is to get all the students in the program not to study this as some sort of an academic problem or some sort of a textbook exercise. It would say, you are Cynthia Carroll. You are sitting in the helicopter on the landing pad when your head of platinum mining pulls open the door and tells you, Cynthia, I've got really bad news. We've had a 5th fatality. You are there. You are not an advisor. You are not a consultant. You're the CEO of one of the most important companies in the world. What would you do? And actually get them to sit in that situation and think through the problem from that perspective, and understand all of the different issues, and using the same information that she had available, sort of work your way back through what do we think is the cause, what's the tactics we could use to address the immediate issue, what are the deeper strategic problems that are really revealed by all of this, and how could we work our way through those. What I'm really trying to do is just steer the discussion as gently as possible to get the students to bounce ideas off each other and disagree with one another, and even argue vigorously with one another on issues that are important, even lives on the line sometimes, that you really have strong feelings about your position and you really want to engage with someone else who has different ones. And so the best learnings in a case discussion don't come from the professor as much as they come from the students themselves, who have their own perspectives and their own ideas and will engage with one another to try and come to the truth. And I think one of the most useful insights from the case discussion for students is that they know that they're in a room with a bunch of other carefully selected, highly capable, highly intelligent, highly informed people who have the same set of information available to them, and yet come to radically different conclusions. And that in and of itself is a powerful learning that you can see that other people who are just as smart as I am and know just as much as I do, and who are just as well intentioned, yet nonetheless can have very different opinions.